Yo! Lost a bit of my stabilization there with my mic. Floats on my arm and I just pop one of the things. Anyways, guys, good morning. We are back. Got some hot new mods off the presses. Looks like we have a Ferrari 456 and the DeLorean. I'm going to assume, considering the one I found had a Mr. Fusion on it, that this is going to be a full Back to the Future build. If you played on 2018, you would know that they put together a really amazing looking DMC-12 DeLorean Back to the Future build. It looks like it's been ported over. So we're going to definitely check that out. We actually are getting up there in scrap where I'm considering a 3-star car attempt. As for that, and all that goes with that, we are basically going to have to build the car and modify all the parts to 3 stars. It's going to take a while. Not going to be an easy, quick process. That being said, went ahead and ran some barns real quick and managed to get some car inspections done. Got up to level 29. So we are fast approaching. I have not actually delegated any points. You have to forgive me for a second. My phone just decided to do a system update, so it's being a little obnoxious. But anyways, we are currently sitting in front of the Ferrari. It's a 456 or 458. So it's a fairly good Ferrari. This is basically going to be where we're going to start. I do have the DeLorean as well. This is basically going. I had my volume up because I was watching the Spider-Man trailer last night. By the way, anybody catch that? What are your thoughts? Well, let me know. We've been waiting for it long enough. I didn't see any reason why the Spider-Man trailer was actually needing to be held back. But, so, we had the 458 in front of us. Found it in the junkyard. Great thing. Love the fact I can find these cars in the junkyard. DMC is actually inside the shop. I was futzing around with the next story mission, so after I cleaned up the story mission car, I had to move it outside. So we're going to focus on these. But, I'm not sure which one I want a 3-star. The Ferrari's going to be, it looks like, a V8. I'm assuming the DeLorean's like an inline 6. It should be. But I haven't welded these. I haven't painted them anything. I mean, you can tell the rear bumper and diffuser are completely screwed on this car. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Just real quick, we'll stop. Let's check out this interior design. I mean, yeah, it's got a few things. The suspension arms and stuff are coming through the floor because you can't get the mapping right on all that stuff. Like I said, I worked with the car editor in this game. It's horrifying. It's definitely a very stressful process, and I got full props to anybody that can put together anything in it. But, yeah, I mean, what do you think? This looks like a 458 interior. Living out where I do, there's a lot of exotic cars, so we can, get really close, hands-on, looks at pretty much everything. And I've actually seen this car out on the street. So, yeah, it's one of those. We're going to go ahead and clean it up. We'll get it welded up, get the interior done. But we're going to move the DMC out here as well. Like I said, the DMC was floating. So, it had a floating Mr. Fusion on it, which is definitely interesting. Once we get started, I do think I'm going to go factory for parts on this. I don't think there's going to be a lot of body tuning parts for it. I would be surprised. Yeah, it doesn't even pop up in here. But even on the body station type stuff, I don't see everything coming in. I'm not sure. We may actually run into an issue with this because I'm not seeing stuff for the DMC either. But I'm also not seeing the stuff for the Volvo. And the Volvo I know is in here. So I could just be overlooking it too. We are not actually in shop, so it's kind of hard to say, but yeah, I didn't see any of the stuff for the mods either. We gotta clear this list. So, we may be seeing some interesting stuff with that. Like I said, I know the Volvo and a few of the other cars had custom parts in them, and right now, I'm not even seeing those cars in here. So, yeah. Yeah, see, we should have custom parts for a bunch of those cars, and we're not. So, not sure how that's working. Maybe we got a mod overload. I might have to reload the game. I'm not sure, but I did want to showcase the fact these are out. So, if you're playing Car Mechanic Simulator and you're looking for something new to do, head on over to the mod page, give those guys a look. They put together some nice stuff. But we're going to move this car, and we're going to trade it out with a DMC. That way we don't have to move too much. Looks like it's a V8 as well. I'm not sure how this is all going to play out. But, yes, DeLorean. Oh yeah, you can see the time circuits going down the sides of the car. Alright. Whoop. Hello. As far as the interior on this one, oh, we got the hoverboard. That's good. This is a fairly stock interior, which just could mean we're missing a few things. But anybody that actually has seen like the Back to the Future game or the Back to the Future movies and stuff is gonna recognize that gauge cluster. You know, it's a very basic gauge cluster, but it's iconic. Thanks to Zemeckis for that. But yeah, standard freaking. This looks right. Like I said, I may have to do some stuff. We may run into a wall. We have to go to the junkyards or the barns to hunt parts for these things. I'm not sure. It's just going to be kind of a learning experience with these two mods. Because, like I said, body tuning directly, I was not seeing anything. So, I'm not entirely sure, you know, where we're at. Oh, man, we can go fresh imports. There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. Haha. Yes. Back to the Future. Yes. Oh, yes. You do carbon fiber on it. Gold. Painted. I don't know why you do painted, but whatever. I mean, I guess. I actually seen a red DMC-12 DeLorean running around town a few years ago. Oh. Gorgeous car in red. For a stainless steel car, gorgeous car in red. But, yes, we even have the old Back to the Future free hood sitting here. So we have the one where Doc made the time circuits back in the 50s and mounted them to the hood because they were huge. Interior-wise, it looks like we have rear clamshell here. That makes sense. That would be the flux capacitor, stuff like that. So we got a few parts. Definitely got, you know, the body panels, those are always important. And we do have a tuning option as well if we wanted to go tune a car. Looks like Mr. Fusion here. So, yes. Oodles and oodles of items. Now, as far as the Ferrari, yeah, it's got some race parts. I'm not going to lie, it has a bunch of race parts, actually. We'll see how they fit. That's going to be the biggest thing for the Ferrari, is just fitment. Are they going to hang over a little bit? You know, how are we going to play that out? But, anyways, I did pull the front bumper off the DeLorean, so let's go ahead and start with the DeLorean. Man, that is so nice when the whole fender assembly comes off. Alright. This one off. There's not much to this car. Now, when I did find this car in the junkyard, it had a floating Mr. Fusion, but I guess it just didn't transfer. I am not sure about that. What do we got in here? Ooh, interesting. That is an interesting engine. What do we got? Yeah, looks like a 6-cylinder. Ah, so I got a dual overhead cam 6. Actually, not too far-fetched from what actually would have been in this car. The Volvo engine they put in this car, which was a gutless wonder to be polite about it, was not terribly complicated, but was definitely an interesting creature in its own right. So, The problem with it is the car was just so heavy, and, you know, you're dealing with technology in the 80s. You were basically piecemealing out of, you know, other places. Plus, John DeLorean doesn't have the greatest reputation. But it looks like, I'm going to say the hoverboard's probably a fixed point. Don't know if we can do anything with getting rid of it. No. Alright, so yeah, it's a fixed part of the asset. So, you're always going to have the hoverboard on the floor, whether you put a seat there or not. So, you know, it's something to consider. And that's fine. The hoverboard was iconic. We're good. First things first, on both these cars, we're going to weld them. Because I went and grabbed these as soon as I found them. And luckily, we made 2 junkyard trips. I managed to go the first time and I found the Ferrari. The second time it came in and the DeLorean was sitting there. These were actually not, you know, your typical cheap cars. I mean, this was still like 14,000, 15,000 for the Ferrari. That one was like 11. I have the cash. I can buy them. No big deal. But just for the showcase of the thing, I'm willing to spend a little extra cash for it. But, you know, definitely if you're bargain hunting for one, you're low on stuff, and you don't want resources and want to do one, you know, kind of use your discretion on that. Because even in the junkyard, you know, 14,000 may be a little bit out of your budget. But let's get these apart, get them over to the repair table, see what we can do with the parts, and go from there. I am absolutely, positively not going to do a 3-star on the DeLorean. Sorry. Diesel had, I think, posted a video shortly ago, and he actually did a 3-star on the DeLorean. I'm not going to copycat it. I'll probably 3-star the Ferrari or attempt to. Yeah, I'm not copycatting Diesel on the DeLorean. I don't see any reason to. But, anyways, hopefully everybody's doing well this morning. We're starting a little bit earlier this morning just because I've seen these and, you know, I've been literally checking the Steam Workshop page and refreshing it every couple hours just to see if there's new stuff coming out. So, as soon as I, you know, got up this morning, I was pretty much refreshing stuff and then went out on the car hunt stuff to look for the mods. So, we're starting here about reasonable hour. Hope everybody's doing well. Depending on when you're catching me, lunch break or whatever, welcome. But we're gonna tear this apart. Shouldn't be too complicated. I mean, these cars were not crazy complicated anyways. But we will get all the parts done. Hopefully be able to repair a lot of this stuff just so it saves us a couple of bucks. Not that we really need to worry about money, but, you know, it's the DeLorean. Odds are we're going to fix the DeLorean up, and the DeLorean's going to be, you know, a car we have. It might actually replace the Skyline 2000 out front as just the car, you know, the shop car. So definitely don't want to, you know, crank too much money into a car that's basically going to sit outside. But, that being said, I don't mind buying a few parts. Probably going to spend a pretty good fortune in the fresh imports area putting all the time machine parts on it. But, yeah. Odds are, I'm thinking right now, looking at what the Ferrari had for options, we'll probably pick some of the more race spec, like GT car options. And, you know, make it a little bit more of a race car. And then we'll see what we can do on 3-stars. But we started with the DeLorean. That's the first part we pulled off. Did do a little bit of case juggling last night. Or yesterday after I got off stream. Went to a few barns, seen if there was anything worth building, you know. Walked away with a case. But actually got a couple of sequences where we got multiple cases, so I was able to get a few extra credits and, you know, a couple more experience points. Kind of pushed us over the top in that level 29 stuff. I actually only went out just to do the level 29 and get it upgraded because we were so close on at level 28. We were only like 300 away. So basically, I went out and scanned cars. It wasn't so much about buying them; it was about just doing the inspections on them and getting the random points for, you know, looking over. Like this car, we didn't really inspect it. I pretty much grabbed it out of the junkyard, threw it out front. And then when we started the stream here, you seen it go to the car wash. You know, I didn't look at this car's body condition or anything like that because I'm not worried about it. It's a DeLorean. You know, get that hype. But anyways, I digress. I'm not a hype person. I really am not. Yeah, there's stuff I get excited about. Spider-Man trailer coming out. Sure, I'll ask you about it and stuff like that. But, you know, overall, just not really into the whole hype thing. Never understood it, you know, where you just get stupid excited over something that is going to be a thing no matter what. But this is actually kind of fun. Like I said, this is a car from my childhood. I grew up watching Back to the Future, so, you know, this is an icon. That's not only iconic, it's also, you know, kind of that reminiscent thing. And that's the same thing I felt about it when they had the 2018 version of it. It was something. It was a must-have, and I believe the 2018 version was actually a lot harder to get. I actually had a hell of a time getting it. I actually think it's still installed on 2018, and I may not actually have built one. So, I don't know. It's one of those things, but first and foremost, we are performancing the hell out of this engine because, yeah, it's a DeLorean. 88 miles an hour for a stock DeLorean back in the day was something that, you know, you fantasized about, because it probably wasn't going to happen. I hate to say that, but that was kind of the way it was. The cars were built, you know, kind of as a production version of a concept car. They were never really fleshed out. So, you know, to own one, obviously not the newer ones. They did do a slight re-release, I believe, at some point in time. I know there's a place out of Texas that actually still has a bunch of them, that does a bunch of stuff. But they were never completely fleshed out in the sense that you would think. You know, they were meant for cruising, you know, the, you know, 80s, I guess you'd call it, elite guy that was, you know, there, the excess guy. Oh, I got a DeLorean, you know, got my pastel white, you know, leisure suit and my DeLorean type guy. That was kind of the market for these cars. So they weren't really family friendly to freaking drive in. Honestly, the gull-wing doors were kind of a pain for a lot of people to even deal with, because if you're over a certain height, they're, you know, they're not fun. And that's fine, you know? John DeLorean came up with an idea for a car he wanted to do. And John DeLorean actually worked on a lot of other car manufacturer stuff. So he came over from another car dealer. And I believe he was a Ford employee. I don't remember. He's a Ford or GM employee. But they basically just pissed him off, and he said, screw it, I'll make my own car. And he did. Now, the other things surrounding his notoriety are probably a little more up to the point, you know, about, you know, his drug trafficking charges, stuff like that. But who cares? The guy went out and said, hey, big manufacturer, I'm going to go build something, and, you know, phooey on you for not thinking my idea was good enough for your company. Not a lot of people like that anymore. Not a lot of those true innovators that just throw caution to the wind and, you know, basically give the big guys a middle finger. But anyways, back to the Zemeckis movie and the reason we're doing this car. you know, this, I guess, was one of those things. I mean, yeah, it's totally 80s. Of course, it makes sense for Back to the Future, but back in those back in the 80s, it was still a little wishy-washy. I mean, John was, you know, starting to get in trouble when Back to the Future came out, and Zemeckis was like, "Oh, let's use the DeLorean." You know, it wasn't a, you know, it was still a readily available car, but you know, things were getting a little shady around the company, and they still took the risk. They still made this iconic car, and yeah, it is an icon. Don't get that wrong. But alright, we will do repairs and everything. We might actually have to rebuild this engine completely. I don't know. We may have to just replace all this stuff and go new. Obviously, we're going to do connecting rods. We're going to do, you know, pistons. Performance parts up to yin yang if we can, because we have to. But once we finish this one up, we'll strip all the parts and repair the Ferrari parts. Get them all sorted out. And then... what? It's holding you. Oh, there must be a... yeah. I was gonna say there's a cap in here. Gotta be. Alright. Alright. Oh, really? That's point. See, that right there. That little arm should not prevent me from taking the block off the stand. That arm can stay there. It's fine. Not gonna hurt nothing. Wow, we can actually do headlights on this as an asset for repair. Oh my god. Sorry, that is awesome. You can't do that in a lot of games. So, or a lot of these cars. Looks like taillights are a possibility too, which is awesome. But definitely kudos and credit to the mod developers and also the original production houses and whatnot that created this car. Huge respect for, you know, the original designers as well as the mod developers on this one. This is, like I said, it's an icon. How many people don't know the DeLorean? I mean, yeah, it's getting to that generation now where a lot of people don't know what we're talking about, but you know, hopefully your parents have actually sat you down and said, hey, check out Back to the Future. I would hope. At least your grandparents. If you're younger, you know, you haven't seen them, look them up. We have 12, guys. So, we have points. Yay, points. 4, 5, that's 9. So we could do both the inspections, or we could work up the movement speed tree. I think we're going to finish the inspections. Not that it really matters that much at this point. I think we're going to finish that up. We got 3 to go. So hopefully if we get 6 per level, we can get that in a few levels. And we're already 500 points into 29, so... oh well, that happened. Gonna bust apart and bust a knuckle one of these days. It was just bound to happen. But yeah, I know the repair minigame sucks, but it's a necessary evil. If we didn't repair stuff and we bought all new parts, we'd be bankrupt in a heartbeat, especially with some of these restorations we've done. So, anything we can fix is always a good thing. And a lot of these parts are probably going to end up, at least the engine parts are going to end up getting replaced anyway. So, it's not like we're not buying new parts, we're just not buying a lot of new parts. Stuff like timing covers, we don't need to worry about. Alternators and stuff we can always reuse on different cars or, you know, whatnot. I got a couple of story cars that I've run across where I'm like, I thought I had that alternator and I had to go buy one because I sold it prematurely. You know, type thing. But this is a V6B, so I'm thinking there should be a fairly decent set of parts for it in the tuning shop. I think we'll be okay. These head covers, wow. Take forever. A lot of banging, I guess. Now, we'll need our standard complement of, you know, a bunch of rubbers and whatnot to put the freaking suspension back together. We can pretty much guesstimate on that. I believe it was only upper and lower control arms and the 4 on the cross member. So, if that's the case, you know, it should be 20. I believe. My math's right, it should be 20. Now, unless it rotated through and I wasn't paying attention, I was just paying attention to the green bar, we may actually not have engine blocks put back here. We do not. Okay, so V6B. Now, we could build a different engine, but I say we just go with the V6B and, you know, go from there. I think that's going to be our best bet. I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. We can get a good amount of power out of the V6B. I mean, obviously the other options, the i6, the turbo, fine. But I think the V6B is probably going to be our best option here. I didn't see if there was any swap options available on it, so I'm just going to assume there's not, and go from there. Water pumps, idlers. I think crankshaft actually did go back together, so the arm didn't go back together. Crankshaft. Yeah, alternator's a thing, but you know. Whatever. What about our caps? Did we get any cap? Did we get cap back? No, we did not. So, all right, we got 6-cylinder, 6 pistons, 2 caps, piston rings. Now, while we're here, I want a few extras. We've used up a lot of them, so. I think this uses the V8 oil filter, but I don't quote me on that. V6B oil pan. Definitely need that. Piston rings. Need those. Outer tie rods. I don't know why we didn't grab the inner tie rods. We're dumb. They never repair anyways. I don't know why we didn't even think about it. Back in a tablet, please. So, backspace is basically how you know, opening or go in and out of the menus. You can go back and forward, but escape is how you back out of the menu completely. So, you know, I hit escape by default just because it's away from where my mouse is. And, yeah, that happens. No idea what the transmission is in this. I'm assuming we're just going to have to see what it asks for when we get there. Grab an engine head A and B. Flywheel, obviously, that's given. I was looking at exhaust manifolds here. Yeah, we got to do all the performance stuff because reasons. I think this is a MPI fuel rail, but I'm not sure. I'm going to assume it is. Oh, no, it's this one. The V6B one. Yeah, see, that's the thing about the V6B, is the V6B actually has a lot of these parts, performance-wise, so we can actually get away with stuff. But we got an intake manifold. When's the last time we did an intake manifold A and B for any engine? I mean, let alone a V6B. We haven't done I don't think we've done a custom intake for a while. Usually we're doing blower cars and stuff, so we haven't had the opportunity. 6 plugs, and I think I seen coil packs on there. I was kind of just looking at other V6B parts, but yeah, I believe I did coil packs. Know we had a fuel filter, fuel pump. Not sure what we're gonna end up with coil, but see. We'll get a bunch of this stuff in place, and then we'll go do stuff like water pumps and whatnot. Rod caps. Oh, yeah. Custom heads, we've actually been able to do quite a few of, so. We got the pistons in. Let's cap that off and get it pretty well set. And then we'll come down here and take care of the other side. Yeah, I'm still doing this with the engine on the side. It's just, for me, it's easier to, you know, rotate around a little bit and keep the engine on its side, because then I can see the top and the bottom. It's basically the same time, and the front's kind of irrelevant. So yeah, that's kind of where my thought process on that was. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna need a thermostat. We're gonna need a flywheel, clutch plate, you know. The honest improvements of a DeLorean engine. Be fine. Alright, and the fuel rails we have, so we can throw those in. Okay, so we got cams and stuff. We got a bunch of these rollers we can put in. Gotta get cam gears for this, but you know, a few of these things we can kind of shoehorn in here and go from there. These are V6B cam gears, so let's just go ahead and type it in. V6 Bravo. Yes. Camshaft caps. We need 4 of them. Arm A done. 4 of these. Not sure on what we're going to end up with the head covers for this. Head cover A, head cover B. I think we're going to need 2 of each. So we'll grab those. I doubt we'll have a front exhaust section. It's a rear engine mounted DeLorean. Serpentine belt for the V6B, and it looks like there's 2 of them. I believe the thermostat is actually like a V12 thermostat. Nope, it's thermostat. There it is. I was mistaken. I was blind. It's fine. Timing cover. I think we need 1 of each. Can't be sure. But we'll start getting this put back together and we'll see where we're at. Pretty sure we need a water pump. I didn't, or, yeah, water pump. I didn't see it in there, but I'm probably just blind. They're in alphabetical order and I can't figure out what the water pump is. The only thing that starts with W. The crank pulley in this thing is actually a V8 pulley, so that's the thing. We'll get the old power steering pump in here. Yes. That in there. Arm. Oop, it's that, hey, you probably should have started streaming by now alarm. V8 crankshaft pulley. Okay, I think that'll take care of everything to start getting belts on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Now we'll need a tensioner, obviously. We can put this cover on. Alright, so you need a belt tensioner. Type it in, grab it, move on. Yes. Alright. Nice thing about these timing covers is only a couple of bolts each, which... yeah, I could see it. I've worked on a few cars that have just a couple bolts each, but... boy, am I glad I grabbed all those. Alright, there's the other serpentine belt, and roller B, which I knew was probably going to go out on the arm. Alright, the engine side's done. I6 oil filter, which is interesting. So let's get these cam bearings in, get these heads done. Then we'll do the belly. Because I gotta buy all the parts for the crankcase and stuff anyway, so... oh man, those were nice and easy. Alright, plugs. Still gotta do the thermostat stuff on the back of the engine. Actually, probably can do that now. Okay. More bearing caps. Actually, I love these bearing caps because they're so much easier. 6 total bolts over, 60 individual bolts. Now, if I got experience per screw and actually per bolt that I completed, it would be different. I would want it to be, as many bolts as possible, but you're only getting experience for, the completed mounting of the part. You're not getting experience for each mounting screw. Then, yeah. But of course, that would be ridiculous anyways, because I think you'd be level 50 after about 5 restores if you did full restores. Alright, intake on here. Throttle linkage. Now, this engine kind of has that... The throttle goes out in the back of the engine, which would actually go into the firewall, which I'm not sure how that all works out. Interesting. Alright. Anyways, back down here. Piston, rod caps, an I6 air filter. Want caps. Bearing caps. We need 2. Rod caps. 6. I need 2 wheel hub caps because I seen we had wheel bearings. Ah, and these are the V8 long threaded piston rods too. See that? This engine used the longer threading. Camshaft caps are short, but the rod caps are definitely the longer ones. If you play the game long enough, you actually will know what I'm talking about. I believe yesterday we did an engine where that was how long it took to put a rod cap in because it was a short thread. Whereas these take a couple of ratchet clicks. You can hear the ratchet turning. That's how you know if they're short or long. If it takes 1, then it's a short one. If it takes 2 or more, it's a long one. Alright, so I still need the Earl filter. The i6. Fine. But I do believe our glorious DeLorean has a heart. Yes, a heart. Beautiful. Now, we still need to do fuse boxes, part mount stuff. But I got a battery. Fuse box here. Fuel tanks up front. Looks like that's where the brake servo and the windshield washer fluid is as well. Radiator reservoir is back here. Alright, so I don't know which radiator this is going to end up being. It looks like it does have rear mufflers on it. We got muffler D just straight off of the exhaust manifolds. Wow. Alright. Now, we didn't get a performance air filter because I wasn't sure what air filter we needed. We can get one now. Just be a standard. And I believe this is a clip one, so we might have to worry about clips. Yep. We have 3 of them. It's like it's time to restock the clip supply. Because you know, the game's going to be like, we can't let the car drive out. It's missing 1 radiator clip. Every other car in the world has more missing parts than that on it, but, you know, we can't let it out. Kind of picky, if you ask me. I want at least 10 of them on hand, so. Fuse box A base. Okay, we didn't get one. So now we're getting into electronic stuff, so we can grab the battery. Fuse box base A. Cover A. And we'll come back to this page when we get to the fuse box. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? 4C, 2B, 2A, 331. That should be all of them. I missed one. Wow, I actually had a spare. Nice. That's when you overbuy on one job and you end up buying what you think is exact because you weren't really paying that close attention. And you come up short and you actually still have one. It's called a win. Haha. What do we got up here? Radiator A, brake servo, fuel tank. Yeah, okay. It's here, brakes, servo. Not sure. Any pads. I do know I had 1 caliper on the thing, on the lathe, so get that in there. An A radiator. Probably need a radiator fan mount. Not sure how that's gonna play out. Yeah. Looks like a B. Okay. Now, I may tear this car apart later and do a complete 3-star on it, but as long as I have all the parts installed, that's not necessarily an issue. Yes. I forgot rubbers. Yeah, that's the thing that happened. Alright. Grab 20 of them. Oh, look, we're in the back of the car again. Huh. Alright. Let's get the car up. Gotta start worrying about drivetrain anyways, so. Now, how about this framework? You see this? Now we got all body panels off, we actually can appreciate it. Look at this frame design. It's literal bone design on this. This is amazing. Alright. Front suspension cross member D. So, when I was counting bushings, I was counting, there's 2 here, that's 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So, there's 8 on each front and rear, and then 4 in the front for the other piece, so. It accidentally hit my Windows key. Thanks. Steering rack, begrudgingly have to buy. I also think I need a bottom suspension arm, but I'm not sure which one. Today. That's the part I broke when we were working on the front of the car. I didn't grab any wheel bearings. And I gotta get that brake rotor taken care of too. 4 of these, because we have rear wheel drive axles, so. While we're at run, we gotta go get that brake. Fortunately, we gotta do the other side. No. Anyway. I know he did some of the calipers, so I'm hoping we've got enough parts. Have to buy one, whatever. That is a front B sway bar. So I'll have end links and stuff we have to put in here too. B's? Okay. Trying to get as much of this stuff done before we get that shock done, just because that can be put on without the tire. So. Fuel tank in. Fuel pump in. Alright. Fancy, fancy. Now, we might need more of these upper suspension pieces and stuff when we get to the back. I don't know. Wasn't really paying close attention when I took it apart. I was actually just hyped to get to a point where I could do the body, you know. Car is actually getting me a little excited to get it finished. Partially, it's I want to see if I can get it over 100 miles an hour, you know? Realism. Alright, that brake disc I know is on the left, so Lathe is taken care of. It should already actually be done. So drop out of here. Fall down the ladder or whatever we were standing on to work on the car. I mean, I'm a tall guy, but that thing's above my head, like, a lot. We'd still finding a step ladder to put that bearing in. But, you know. Whatever. So, I believe we need a washer tank up here, and that should be it. Don't see a power steering reservoir up on this side. No. Alright, right there. Rear knuckle these. Yep. Alright. Drop these in. Rear wheel hubs I usually repair, which is interesting. I don't know why. Brake discs, I don't know. I didn't have any. Upper suspension arms, we're missing 2. And bottom B. I'm assuming we have both of those. Okay. Yeah, this suspension's kind of free-floating. The transmission's not in here either. Actually, gotta figure out what that transmission is. So what I'm looking for here is that right there. Yeah, regular upper suspension arms. I don't want B's. So there was an option for a B option, and yeah, I don't want those. Rear drive axle B, we do have one of those, so that tire is basically done other than brakes. Yeah, that bolt looks weird. It's not even screwed down all the way. It's funny. Alright. Oh, got blinded by all the chrome. Now, I was talking to my brother, and he was playing this game, and he was getting a visual glitch. He's got a 3050 Ti MSI laptop, and when he was playing this, he was getting a transparency glitch, so you literally couldn't see the buildings. You just, like, had clear walls. It was weird. But, yeah, something to look out for. It might be a thing that happens to you. Best I can say, I'm not sure how to deal with it overall, but I would say reload your game. Reload Steam. Something didn't load right. Alright. I need to be here, basically. Okay, standard gearbox. I think I'm just going to go stock. I don't see any reason not to. Because the standard V6B gearbox in this game is actually a little bit more powerful than what we have, so... And compared to the DeLorean original gearbox, this is probably a lot better. What? Oh. Well, that was fun. There's an A and a B on the freaking V6B. Interesting. Yeah. Now there is some transfer cases for some of the four-wheel drives, but I've noticed with those that not all the four-wheel drives have transfer cases that should. It's the thing. I think, other than exhaust, suspension, and brakes on the rear. and obviously tires, we should be pretty close. Yeah, remember, key point. No matter how many things the DeLorean had on it for modifications, it still had a gasoline engine. Alright, so we need rear and front double wishbones, and it looks like, I guess, brake discs? I want to get out here. I think they're both shot, yeah. Okay, so 2 of these. I think I need a cylinder. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Oh, there's a calipers. Ah, we need 2 of them because we don't have the other side done. Yikes. Alright, whatever. Alright, that tire is done except for the double wishbone, which, whatever. I'll do all the suspension at once. All the shocks and stuff. It's no big deal. Glad I bought that one, though. Alright, so I need 2 rear, 2 front. Alright, 2 of these. 2 of these. Alrighty, let's go compress some springs. We're almost the body. It's not like we're in a race or anything, and I know it seems a little bit like I am, but just how fast these cars go together. Once you get into a rhythm, they go together amazingly. Also, seems like a good day for streaming. Sitting at about 120 FPS on the streaming monitor, so yeah, hope you guys are enjoying it. Love how I just shoehorn double wishbone shock absorber up between, you know, that mount like that. It's like, no, it ain't no thing. Alright, do want to check, make sure I did everything up here. I've missed that rubber bushing in the back corner more times than I can count, so. No, looks good. Alright. These look like almost like race tires, like vintage race tires. They're only 14s, which, yeah, that's about right. 80s was big on 14-inch wheels, and I can't fault 14s. I had a Cutlass with 14s on it. I love that car. It handled like a dream with those freaking tires on it. Man, was it cheap to buy wheels. I could buy stupid big wide wheels for that thing for the price of standard wheels on a lot of other cars. Crap! Oh well. One 14-inch rim 26. Alright. So. Inventory, wheels. Vintage race tire, 195/60s. Yeah, I think we can get away with that. That's this one. We could get some BF Great Rolls on it. Oh, that's funny. No, I think these are fine. 185.60. 14s. 4 of them, please. Reset. Okay. What? Wait a minute. Did I get mismatched freaking rims here? 15, 15, 14, 14. Oh. I see. I grabbed too many of these. Yeah. I need 2 at 245, 60, 15. It still has 60-inch profile, so the ride height's pretty even. So this is the profile, it's the width. So the profile is how high the tire is. It's a sidewall. Yep, those are a little narrower. That makes sense to the front. The back would have a little bit wider tire on it to compensate for the weight of the engine block being back there. Sure, we'll see the same thing on the Ferrari. Back tires will be a little bigger, possibly a bigger rim size. All right. Ooh, this is a 3. 15's a little harder to balance, it looks like. Say that, the next one will be a 2. Watch. May as well have been. Jesus. Stupid easy. Alright, so, we have to be careful here. We need these, yes. Okay. Yep. We almost got messed up. Glad I checked it. Yeah, whatever. Fine, I gotta adjust them anyways. Alright, so now the car's on the ground, we can do the windshield washer, reservoir, which I think is the last thing, and then fluids and body panels. Okay, so windshield washer reservoir is an obvious one. And I believe that should be it except for fluids. So, yeah, I'm gonna get in here and throw the freaking fluids in it. Probably should find my juice for my vaporizer because I probably killed it. Yeah. Just in case this says accessible from engine bay and doesn't allow me to do it from the front of the car, I'm just gonna, portal my way through here to the front. And washer fluid, I believe is the last one. And then we can go ahead and start on the bodywork. Get excited, guys. We're about to build a DeLorean. Okay. All the fluids are in. Now, guess we can go into body mount mode, see if we have anything. We did have rear bumper B, which I'm going to assume is the one we need. That should be the, yeah, time circuits one. As far as the front of the car goes, don't know. We do have the Back to the Future bumper. This is a B-spec one, which is fine. This should be Mr. Fusion level anyways. Front fender, this side. This is C. So, I know I have C. Let's go ahead and go with C. Does have the time circuits. It does plug in. Everything works there, so that's fine. Don't think I have the right fender. No. Okay, fresh imports. Here we go. DMC-12. Alright. Oh, we need the left and right body windows. DeLorean door windows. I don't want the tinted ones. Alright. DeLorean engine cover, fine, whatever. I don't know what part 1 is. The Ready Player One one. Hey, good on you guys for adding the Ready Player One DeLorean bumper. You know what? Actually, I have a perfectly good front bumper, but I want that bumper. I know it's silly, but yeah, I do. Right fender. We'll need mirrors, obviously. The rear clamshell, that's the time circuits. Need that. Think we need this one as well? Now it says power coils on, so I'm not sure what that means. We'll need fender C. Trunk B is Mr. Fusion, I know that. Don't think we'll need a rear windshield with the clamshell. We'll grab that left fender. Let's see what we got. Yes, beautiful. Sorry, bumper. You're getting replaced. We're going with Ready Player One. Oh, and the lights track. Look at that. Freaking straight up light bar out of kit, and it tracks. Nice. Oh, that's so awesome. Okay, still need doors. But alright, right fender. Check. Okay, body window. Check. Rear clamshell, and I said power coils on. Oh, that's what it does. Nice. It lays in the actual artwork for the coil packs on the back of the car to be on. Nice. Okay, that one. Engine cover. Okay, so this says car part 1. So that's car part 1. I said I didn't know what that was. It's this one. Oh, 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 no, 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 no. Not what I want. That's the rally one, the vented one. It's this one. Yeah, car part 1, A, B, and D. This one is what I want. It's diffusion. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's nice because it's the vents are the heat coming out of the vents. The thrusters. Nice. Oh, so happy. All right. I gotta check the doors. I believe they're just standard on here. It doesn't look like it's got the body panels for them, so. And a hood. This is the stock one. I don't think I want to go with Back to the Future 3. No, screw it. Let's add double time circuits. That could be fun. We'll grab the other hood anyways. I'll play with that. Stock windshield. And then the door windows. There we go. And mirrors. Left mirror. Right mirror. Yeah, I'll see which one of those I like. I think I'm going to go stock. And it's got the badging on it too, which is nice. We have both of them. Like I said, I might change it. If I 3-star part the car, I might do a couple of things different. So it's nice to have the option. But how about this? Oh, can't open the door in this thing. Alright, let's get the seat out of here. Tablet, back out. Now, it's got just standard freaking interior in it, so it's not anything special. I believe those seats were actually black, but they were about the same style. And the steering wheel on that thing was the DMC steering wheel, which I didn't see. We'll have to find something else to put in it. Too modern. Yeah, something like steering wheel too. Something just basic. It looks like it was actually a direct fit. Nice. Yeah, we'll get the black seats in there. But, oh, look at that, guys. Straight Ready Player One. Power coils are on. Vents are hot. Flux capacitor's going. Yes. And the interior. Flux capacitor. It's fluxing. Oh, so happy about that. Alright. Move the car. I want to see inside. Get in here. October 12th, 1985. Oh, the speedometer thingy's all animated. kudos to you guys. All the badging and stuff here on the different sections. Time circuits look good. All the inputs look right. November 12th, 1955. Yep. October 21st, 2015. These are all the dates from the movie. Starting with the original date, when they went to the future, and when they went to the past. Oh, yeah. This is awesome. This is definitely impressive. And like I said, you get down in here and look. And yeah, you got the flux capacitor doing its thing. You got the freaking power freaking readout bars over here doing their thing. Oh yeah, this is a beautiful thing. The old Mr. Fusion up here on the back gives you nice power. Alright. Let's get this aligned. Let's get it figured out. I don't even see any reason to do paint, but I know we need plates. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to have to do... I think Out of Time are going to be a better choice for the plate. They were California plates. So... definitely California. They weren't this California plate, but... don't think I can do the quantum ones. Should be an A. Ah, I went too far. That front plate obviously was on the car, but it was never visible. The rear plate, on the other hand, was visible. Yes! Oh, yeah. Nice, guys. Oh. Thank you so much for the mod developers putting this together. Oh, it's beautiful. Alright. Let's move it. Like I said, I don't think the paint shop's really relevant. I will check for a livery. I doubt there is one. It'd be kind of cool if there was. But, yeah, no. Paint it the factory color. Make sure it's that nice stainless steel look, even though you wouldn't paint this car. You actually treat it with a stainless steel cleaner to clean this car. It's a pain in the ass to clean it. But, alright, let's get it over to the dyno. Make sure everything's good. Not sure you should be dyno testing a DeLorean, but, you know. Never know, it might decide to go back in time on the frickin' pad. Now, if somebody could design a driver map that was the Hill Valley Square, I think that would be the perfect complement to this. Even if it was just for photos, you couldn't really drive on it. I think it'd be awesome to have a Hill Valley set. Oh, hey, did anybody see lightning? Yikes. Probably shouldn't have left the time circuits on. 500 horsepower? Yeah, I think we can get away with 500 horsepower. Might be enough to get to 88 miles an hour, I would hope. Oof. Yeah. Alright. Take a look at it in all its glory in the sunlight. Oh, yeah. That's the car right there. Yeah, we're getting a little bit with the Ready Player One front grill and stuff. We got a little bit out there, but no, this is a sick car. It's gone. I don't know, guys. I love it. Turn to the garage. Alright, yeah. I think for now, at least for a while, the Skyline's getting retired from parking spot C. So we'll do a little canoodling. Skyline, I love you, but yeah, sorry, no. Off to parking you go. Come here. All right. Settings, let's put the height down. Yeah, yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, we're done. Yeah, it's gonna live there now. What is it worth, anyways? Just curiously. Not that I care, it's never going away. $100,000! Oh, $100,000. Fully maxed out. Done. 500 plus horsepower. Oh, and it had engine swap options? I didn't even look. It has a V8 supercharged option. Holy crap. And a VR36D TT freaking Nissan Skyline motor? Nice. It just came with a stock V6B. It's not even an option here. It's just what it came with. But yeah, look at this. Yeah, there it is right there. But yeah, they had a lot of V8 options too. We could have made this thing a lot stupider. But I think 170 miles an hour is more than enough. You probably only need to go to 88. Now we'll just drive it from time to time. Ba-dum-bum. Alright. Anyways. Sell the parts, and I'm gonna go throw those Back to the Future DeLorean parts in the warehouse. Look, I got a use for the warehouse. Yay! I had a mirror. I don't know why I had a mirror. B6B in there too. Okay. Recoup a couple of bucks here and there for miscellaneous parts that were not sold, and yeah, everything else looks good. All right. Yeah. Finally got to store something in the warehouse. Alright, so. Into this thing. Yes, the Ferrari. Okay, I think suspension, engine, I think I'll install the car parts. Okay. Now it already has front bumper B, which is nice, because that's the tuner bumper I was going to go with anyways. So, kudos to that. I do like the mod car that has the actual repairable, like, headlights and taillights and stuff. Alright. So we're going to need a boatload of parts. But not salvage. Well, I guess salvage would be fine, but go through our list here. So we can't do any of the body parts anyways, but we can salvage a couple. Couple extra points, it's not going to hurt. I could try harder, but, you know, why? I don't know, man. After that DeLorean, this is kind of... I don't know. It's kind of a letdown. I mean, don't get me wrong, this Ferrari's cool as hell, but... after the work that went into that DeLorean, wow. Alright, front wheel off. That wheel's gone. No saving that. Should be making a shopping list. Slightly different transverse mounted motor. No, there is no transmission in this car either, which kind of sucks, but whatever. We got it for a song. I mean, $14,000 for a new Ferrari was probably, you know, a newer generation Ferrari. Probably a good deal, even if it is a wreck. It's going to cost a fortune to fix it, but I've seen them freaking pay more for them in a lot worse shape. This thing still actually had body parts. Now this car doesn't have a cross member in the front. Did you notice that? At least not one I've seen. It could be missing. No? Looked like it. Brake servo's back here. Air filters. Probably a trick engine cover for it. Yeah. See what we can repair and then what we can restart. I'm going to do it over here. Yeah, I'll say this, versus the guys that do like the shorter video platform stuff, hey, it works for them, they want to do recordings and edits and all that stuff, great. I like doing it live because I'm not, you know, storing away the Ferrari for another video. I'm just going to give it to you right here. We've got it, let's get it done. Oh no. This one's gonna take forever. At least we can fix some stuff. I was worried. Four, 8, 16 rubber bushings. Okay. So this build's going to take a little while longer because of the way we have to do it. So my plan here is obviously not buying a car from the showroom at full boat and then 3-starring it. We're gonna repair everything we can, and then we're gonna take all the parts that we repaired that we can 3-star. We're gonna 3-star them and we're gonna put them back on the car, and then we're gonna buy parts accordingly. So that's why I'm leaving the engine in the car. Because the engine's going to be the last thing anyways. 3-star engines are expensive. So, I don't think we're going to have enough, but, you know, we'll see what we can find and see what we can do. Okay, so, we need to go through here. I don't know which of these suspension arms are going to be a thing. Okay, obviously camshafts we haven't touched. Clips, clutches, heads, stuff like that I'm not worried about. we can actually do all the bushings too, so. Now, I don't know how many bushings and stuff we've got that we can do. I know we need 16, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So I don't think we have 16 in here. And I'm not sure which suspension arms it's going to take, so. Yeah, we don't even have any big ones. Not small ones, but not big ones. So, like I said, it's going to be a piecemeal one. We're slowing the pace down. We're not rushing and killing to get it done. We're just, you know, going with emotion. So, gotta make sure everything on here is 3 stars. Know which bottom suspension arm we had. A. No, we had uppers, which we need our bushings for, which have to be 3 stars. So, same thing, wheel hub bearings. Alright. Let's go into suspension real quick. 4 of those. 16 of those. Okay. Back outside. Just speed clicking through them. Okay. It's gonna let us know how far we can get. Okay, so we're already down like almost 4,000 scrap, so yeah, this build might take a while. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I said I didn't think we were ready for it, but you know, I wanted to get something done. The engine itself is going to be a pain. Alright. Double wishbone is going to be an issue. We're going to have to make those, and then we're going to have to 3-star the parts, and then assemble those. Those are going to be fun. Alright. Steering rack, I don't think we saved, so yeah, whatever. It's about putting the 3-star parts on we have. And we'll probably grab that story order once we run into a wall, and then it's going to be hard scrap from this point forward for a while. This has to be. We can't do anything with rear suspension yet, so... Front sway bar B, and the steering rack, tie rods. Front sway bar B. Inner and outer tie rods. Steering rack. We need a rear wheel hub. I think it's a D. Yeah, I think it's 2 of these. should be. Yep. Alright, let's back out and see if we can do any more scrap. Or we can do any more stuff with the scrap. Now, we can do this, and we can be a little more, you know, attentive. Try and get those better points, but... not going to stress over it too much. Looks like it's sway bar B as well. I'll grab those before we start upgrading. Actually, honestly, I really just don't care. I just want this stuff out of here, salvage it, get it done. Okay. So, we need front sway bar, B. Inner tie rods. Outers. The knuckles. Steering rack, and we need sway bar end link Bs as well. Alright. Hopefully, with the basic suspension of this mod, we might actually be good. Don't know. Do have some stuff on the front we get to do yet, so... I am hopeful, even with all the intercoolers and stuff, that we can get this done. But, you know, I've been proven wrong before. I mean, a 3-star front suspension ain't bad. Rear wheel hub, 3-star, nice. Bearing. Brake disc, okay. Rear drive axle. Okay, that side's basically sorted. Bottom suspension arm, good, good, good. 3-star parts all the way around so far. I said that engine's going to be a pain because it's going to be expensive. I don't know if we got enough for the engine. I mean, double wishbone shocks, we can deal with. Alright, knuckle housing. Cover. Bearing. I don't know if we got the second rear drive axle. We did. See, we managed to repair a lot of these parts, so that's the other thing that helped. We'll need to buy a brake disc and do a brake disc as 3-star. That 3-star engine block's, I think, the biggest kerfuffle out of the whole thing. That thing's just gonna be nuts. But, okay. Now we need a brake disc. 4 pads. Yeah. Not even sure if we can do pads, but we're gonna try. Just trying to get as much of those parts on the suspension as possible. We can technically put the body back together. Caliper wise, I think we only had a couple. Not sure. Looks like we have all the other parts. But I think actual physical calipers we didn't have enough. Yeah. So we need 2 calipers to finish, and this brake disc. We'll need a servo, battery, you know, all that stuff. But just want to grab the stuff we can grab. Yeah, we're already down to 2,700 scrap. We haven't even gotten these rear end or the suspension completely done yet. So we still have those double wishbone suspension pieces to go. Luckily, what I can see physically, other than those, the suspension is done. Other than the shocks, which are all 4 double wishbones. Now, I don't know if we can get away, if we have to do each individual part, or if we have to put them together first. So, it's like individual parts. Okay. Those should all be technically 3-star now. 1,800 scrap left. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do scrap, like a lot. Join 3-star parts. So unfortunately, I may have to just go spend $100,000 at the junkyard buying everything that's in the junkyard. Just gonna have a buy all button and scrap everything, right? But I know it's gonna be obnoxious. I mean, it's gonna drive me nuts, so I probably won't do that on stream. We'll get to a point, we'll assess our situation, and go from there. But, yeah. Now, if we separate these, we can scrap them as 3 different things. It's going to give us a couple more points, but we really need some cases with some scrap in them, and, yeah, a lot of stuff. Like I said, 3-star car is going to be a process. I'm using a mod to kind of cheat some of that process, but it's still going to be a process. We're going to have to gather scrap. We're going to have to, you know, grab a few pieces here and there. We're gonna have to just go from whatever. I do believe body mount wise though, since I can't do anything with it anyways, I tried to already upgrade them, so Yeah, I don't have jack for parts. Alright. Normal mode, please. Back down. We'll see what we can scrap out or salvage out of the engine. But yeah, 3-star engine is definitely an expensive order, so we'll see what we got. I mean, we can repair a lot of the parts, which helps, but kind of relative. God only knows how much this stuff is going to be just a pain. But we'll do it. Restarting some of these parts, and then we got performance parts on top of that. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Alright. So, I forgot what engine we had. Is it a V8? I don't know which one it is. Car status. Dual overhead cam AXK. Okay. I don't need an alternator. I think it was just camshaft V8. Just 4 of them. Okay. Need a clutch. We'll need a clutch plate. Yada yada yada. I believe it said engine head V8, so. Don't think it was those though. I have to look at the engine heads. Flywheel's given. We'll try and do that. Fuel filter. Duh. Fuel pump. Duh. Don't know about ignition. Connecting rod, pistons. That's given. Spark plugs. Yeah, we're gonna run out of scrap pretty quick. Just off the stuff I know. I believe they're just regular cam gears. Clutch release bearing. Yeah, so this one's going to be fun. A lot of parts. I don't know how much it's going to take in scrap, but I guess we're just going to run out of scrap to figure it out. I know I'll have serpentine belts, we'll have timing gears, all that stuff, so yeah, timing belts are going to be fun. I don't know how you add value to a belt, but you know. I could repair some of that stuff, but whatever. Okay, now the nice thing is now I have a list of what I had on it. So I know, okay, camshaft V8s are good, engine head V8. And I don't think I need those anymore. Yeah, we're fast running out of scrap. So we got 2-star on the flywheel. We need a bunch of scrap. We haven't got to the piston range yet. Trying to get as many 3s as I can. Just to finish out that flywheel, but I don't know if we're gonna make it. No, we're not. Hi, Smiley. Yeah. Scrapping parts is gonna suck. Smiley, did you catch the first part of the stream or did you just pop in? Because we've been doing stuff. My day's going pretty well, considering, you know, this beauty sitting out front. Yeah. I did this earlier. Thing's insane. It's got all the lights and stuff in it. It's crazy. Yeah. What's trippy is like the speedometer works and everything's accurate to the movies. So yeah, it's nuts. Thing's like dummy fast too. It did like 170. But we are unfortunately dealing with this monster. And I'm going to 3-star it because I hate my life and I want to spend thousands of dollars in the junkyard scrapping parts. But alright. I think we got some 3-star parts in already. Got a couple at least. Okay. Alternators in. That's good. Oh. Did not get to the pistons. Ah, that sucks. Alright. Oh, that's about where that's going to stay. So, I have to put that out to, put this thing probably outside. The suspension's already 3-star, which is nice. But I started to do body, and body I can't 3-star, so I can do those. That'll be easy. Gonna go with the B option. Oh. I think it's that one. Yeah, I do too. The DeLorean has all the stock parts plus all of the Back to the Future parts and the Ready Player One parts, so that was definitely freaking awesome. Need the right fender as well. Yeah, probably. Oh, well, we throw that one in there. And I did get the doors. Okay. Some of them are just really hard to determine what they are. That's the biggest thing. Like, when you get the mods here, you'll get, like, this spec, and it's car part C. It's like, what is that? But, yeah, most of them are pretty nice. I want the Italia freaking, Scaruda freaking fenders on it, though. Oh, it looks nice. Very nice. I don't know headlights-wise. Let's see here. I think we're just gonna go stocks. I have no idea what they do. Well, yeah, I was thinking that, but this is like the scoop hood. It's just the two vents in the front, which I guess isn't bad. Throw it on there and see. I think what it does, though, is it gets rid of the Ferrari logo on the front of the car. Yeah. The scoops get rid of the Ferrari logo, which is not bad, I find. But, it's a pretty much a carbon fiber racer anyways, so. Okay, we need mirrors. Left and right. I'm gonna go with these, taillight Bs. I like those. You gotta look mean on the back of the car. Yeah, it's one of those things. That one. Yeah, there we go. The nice crystal LED freaking tail lights. Those are awesome. Alright. And we need a body window and a right and left window. Okay, so body window right, body window left. This is basically just getting sealed up so I can put it outside. Fortunately, I can't work on it much more because I can't, 3-star the parts to finish it. This is car part 2. This one over here is car part 3. Okay, that's already on. So car part 2. And that is going to be this one, I believe. Hopefully it's this one. No, it's that Ferrair side skirt. Which is fine, but it's not what I was looking for. I have no idea. And I screwed it up. No, they're the same. The difference is those are paintable, where these are carbon fiber. They're the same design. They're just, yeah, these are just carbon fiber options. Car part 3B. Okay, so it's 2B. There we go. Wide body. Alright. So that's all that part's done. Taillights, headlights, yada yada yada. Alright. This thing should be good to move, and I think I'm going to put it... swap out with a bolt. We'll stick it outside for now. Ferrari on blocks. There we go. I didn't think you could get this thing up off the ground as low as those blocks are. You need a forklift. It'd make me crazy if that door is just left open. Alrighty. This is a story mode car. But I'm thinking we're gonna head out to the junkyard and see if we can find another restoration job. I don't want to do the story mode car right now. And we need to make some cash. Alright. Ooh, Cobra. Yeah, those actually be about 100,000. That's about what they net, so that's not bad. Got BMW up here. Cobra's kind of the prime winner at the moment. Another BMW there. Yeah. I'll probably end up grabbing the Cobra. Oh, that's actually an Evo. We did that one the other day. They don't sell for much, though. That's the Volvo station wagon. There's another Ferrari. That thing's just popping up in the junkyard everywhere. Now, if this is real life, you'd be able to sell a freaking body like that for 100 grand. Ooh, Cadillac. It's a full junkyard. Wow. See this often. Almost every spawn location's covered. 57 Bel Air. Yeah, I'm thinking the Cobra is going to be the easiest one to do. There's the car we're working on right now. The Atlanta. Yeah, these are expensive, though. That's the only problem. This one's not bad, but the other one I had, oh my god, 14 grand. For a junker. Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for the modded version of Christine to come out. They just have to convert it over. Because that one's complete. This is just kind of the generic car for CMS, but I'm thinking this. It's 13 grand. Work 10. I think we do this. Yeah, eventually I'm going to do every car, but like the 57 Bel Air and that old Cadillac that's back there that looks like the Fury. I haven't gotten that far yet. Kind of got hooked on doing the mod cars now, so a few generics that I do are like the Lambos and the Cobras and stuff because they're worth a lot. I can sell them back, so. And if I got a bunch of scrap parts off this for being bad parts, then I can just scrap those parts. You know, do the whole scrapping minigame thing, which is so much fun. Alrighty. Only downside to this car, not a lot of body panels. Almost all of it's a fixed point. Ooh, I like that, though. That's the Le Mans paint job for Gulf Oil. Yeah, there's really not a lot to these things. But there's a few pieces of scrap on it, so I guess we can go with that. Rear bumper. We need mirrors or anything? Side window. It does look like the drivetrain's more or less intact. So that's not a bad thing. I'm gonna have to build this engine in the freaking car. That's the only downside. But whatever. We'll tear it apart, put it back together. It's not like I haven't done the whole engine build inside the car before. So how's your day going, Smiley? Ah. Yeah, I ended up doing a bunch of stuff last night after I got off, and had to go check on, make sure everything was working with the pool, since I just had the pool guy come and fix everything. But other than that, it's a fairly relaxing day. Hopefully it'll actually get up to a reasonable temperature today and warm up that water. It was a little chilly last night. Ah. Fine. We'll do the back one. I'm not going to argue with you. Weird freaking thing. Well, I mean, it was over 100 yesterday. It was just, you know, I had to put up a bunch of, like, those sail tarps over the top of the pool for shade to keep the UV off, because you can't use the pool during the day if the sun's out. You get burned in like 10 seconds. And then add on top of that the fact that I got a bunch of palm trees and stuff laying around it, so trying to keep the debris out of the pool. And it's been unseasonably cold this year. I don't know why. It's usually 100 and stupid, and it's, you know, barely 100 degrees. And it's getting down to the 60s at night, which is weird. Guess that's what I get for living in the desert, though, right? Huh. Yeah, I know, right? I live in a place where the average freaking summer temperature is 120 degrees. It's 93 outside. Global warming my ass. Come on, grab it. Alright, there we go. I think that's that. I can go back over here. And it can't pull me to the back side of the car. Winning. Yeah, they would. It's like, dude, it's literally almost jacket weather during the summer. There's a problem. Of course, people laugh at you for that one, too. You live in a place where it's, like, stupid hot all the time. And it gets down to, like, 70 degrees, and you're like, where's my coat? I don't know. We had snow out here the last couple of years, so it's